Once upon a time, in a land called Israel, there was a young shepherd boy named David. He lived in a village and took care of his family's sheep. He was the youngest son of Jesse. David possessed remarkable handsomeness, which is absolutely evident in the striking portrayal captured in this very image before you. As you can see here, David was so handsome, I'll bet even mirrors double-checked themselves when he walked by. Now nearby, there was a big army camp of the Israelites, and they were facing a fierce enemy, the Philistines. Among the Philistines was a giant named Goliath. Goliath was huge and strong, and he challenged the Israelites to send someone to fight him one-on-one. But no one dared to face him because they were scared. Every day, Goliath would come out and challenge the Israelites to send out a champion to fight him. But the Israelites were afraid because they knew that Goliath was a fearsome opponent. One day, David's father sent him to the battlefield to bring food to his older brothers who were fighting in the army. When David arrived at the battlefield, he heard Goliath taunting the Israelites and defying their God. David was filled with righteous anger and asked why no one was willing to stand up to Goliath. David's brother Eliab had a confrontational attitude towards David. Eliab became angry with his younger brother when he heard him speaking to the men. Eliab's reaction showed jealousy and resentment towards David. Eliab spoke harsh words that revealed his disdain for David and his lack of support for his younger brother. When faced with challenges that seemed impossible to overcome, David didn't cower in fear. Instead, he stood tall, drawing strength from his faith and the knowledge that he was not alone. Despite being just a shepherd boy, David volunteered to fight Goliath. King Saul, the leader of the Israelites, was hesitant at first, but David insisted, saying that he had fought and killed lions and bears while protecting his father's sheep. Saul gave David his clothes and armor, but David couldn't get used to them. They were too big and heavy. "I cannot go in these," he said to Saul, so he took them off, opting to fight Goliath with his sling and stones instead. I've often heard this story told this way. I thought Goliath laughed like this when he saw David, but scripture tells us it was more like this. Goliath was angry and felt disdain as he was confronted by someone small and ill-equipped to challenge him. See? It even says right here in the scripture that David was handsome. Well, I'll just put these right here for you to help you remember. David was a total stunner. David said to the Philistine, "You come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty." As Goliath approached, mocking David, David ran to meet him. He put a stone in his sling, swung it around, and hurled it at Goliath. The stone struck Goliath in the forehead, and he fell to the ground. David ran up to Goliath, took his own sword, and, well, I won't articulate the precise actions undertaken by David thereafter, just like I would never just overtly bring something up like, there is no Easter Bunny, or there is no Santa Claus. You know, in the event there are impressionable young listeners present. But I will say this. When the Philistines saw what happened, they fled in fear, and the Israelites were victorious. David's victory was a triumph of faith over doubt and courage over fear. David's bravery and faith in God's strength made him a hero among the Israelites. He went on to become one of the greatest kings in Israel's history. Let us take heart, knowing that no matter what giants we may face, faith and courage will always lead us to victory.